of thoughts about what we were speaking about recently, that in the religious Orthodox Jewish community,
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
women, meaning mama, let's put it this way, metaphorically speaking, mama runs the show.
Rules the roost.
She rules the roost. Okay. And what is her interest? What is she trying to accomplish? She wants baby to be warm, to be fed, okay, have a full belly, right? To be healthy, make sure he goes to the bathroom, right? Okay. And she wants baby to be set up in a nice home, live a comfortable life, okay?
Yeah.
Have a marriage and not be faced with any type of danger, okay? Not take any chances, that she wants all the corners and all the furniture to be padded, right? So there could be no accidents. Okay, that's what mama wants. Mama doesn't care about baby's honor,
Yeah.
or about his integrity,
Yeah.
okay, or about anything that he cares about. You understand? Like she can't care less, even if she cares a little bit, but not to any not to any extent where it actually can manifest in reality.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Mama wants baby to be as unsexy as possible, by the way.
Yeah.
That's important to understand.
Yeah.
Okay? Because there's something dangerous about that. There's something a little bit out of control. That gives baby a little bit. And when I say baby, I'm talking about the son.
Yeah.
Okay? And the daughter too, but mostly the son.
Yeah.
Okay? Because daughters in certain ways are a little bit easier to deal with in this respect, because they have a similar mindset. They're gonna grow and become essentially like mama.
Yeah.
Okay. If they're a little bit troublesome in their youth, they're gonna have a kid and then they become mama. Okay, so it just happens naturally. They're not as worried about their daughters. Okay, so that's what's going on. Okay, and we were saying before how that's a problem. To use a metaphor, or not really to use a metaphor, but something that we're supposed to emulate, right? We talk about this often. We have the Shekhinah, right? Which a synonym for the Shekhinah is Nukva,
Yeah.
or the sphere of Malchut, right? There's more synonyms too. Okay, so this represents the way that God wants to manifest this presence that he developed as a means to have a relationship with us. He needed to, for the folks at home, God doesn't have any form at all. Okay, he's completely beyond definition. All right, but he wants to have a relationship. So yes, for beings like us, we need to have something to have a relationship with. You know what I mean? Like it's not easy to say that God is beyond everything. Like he doesn't want to be beyond. So he creates an expression, a presence. That's the only word that can be appropriate. Okay. It's not tangible. Okay. It's not a physical object. Okay. It's a way of relating to the world. Okay. And it's called the Shekhinah. Yeah. And it's feminine. Yeah. Okay? It's part of the feminine principle that God established in this world. Okay. Yeah. It's balanced by the masculine. Okay. So Shekhinah has a metaphorical husband, which is a different expression of the same God called Zer Anpin. Okay. Zer Anpin is the metaphorical consort to Shekhinah. Remember, we're all talking about the same entity here, God, okay, who's putting on different costumes. Now, the reason he's doing this is he's showing us what we're supposed to be doing. He's essentially acting out the instruction manual of what we're supposed to be doing. Okay. Anytime we want to know what we're supposed to be doing, we're supposed to look to the behavior of the Sfirot and the Partsufim, which is what we're talking about. Okay. And we're going to know exactly what God wants us to do and exactly when he wants us to do it. Okay. But remember, the Shekhinah, we need the Shekhinah, right? And that's going to be the ultimate expression of God's presence. But the Shekhinah needs her husband, her metaphorical husband, Zeranpin. So when the Shekhinah is alone in the situation, right, and she's not relating and balanced with her consort, metaphorically speaking, there's an imbalance. It's very negative. It's not good. That's what's happening in the world in general, and it's happening big time in the religious Jewish Orthodox community. You know what's amazing? Before you called, I was speaking to Mr. Wolf, and this is actually Rabbi Reuben Wolf's father. I've spoken to him. I've had several conversations with him already, and he's a very learned man, very wise, and he's a big fan of Rabbi Avigdor Miller.
Yeah.
You know, for the folks at home, Rabbi Avigdor Miller, he's not a Lubavitcher, you know, he's Flatbush guy, you know, he's a Litvish guy, if you want to say that, okay. But he was a tremendous scholar, okay, but different than almost every other scholar you talk to. When you listen to his lectures and you listen to him speak, you're actually listening to a human being, not devoid of the human experience, okay? Or at least aware that you're going through the human experience, okay? He's not ignoring it. He's not pretending like he's not aware of what regular people go through, okay? Some of these rabbis, they actually literally don't know what regular people go through. They're so high, they're essentially so removed from the regular experience that most people go through. They're literally meditating all the time. They're completely separated from their evil inclination. They're studying Torah all day, and they have very minimal contact with material life. Okay? Now, Rabbi Avigdor, he was also like that, except he was aware of what the rest of us were going through. And he spoke that way. Okay? And he didn't make you feel like trash for being a human being and for dealing with stuff. Not that the other rabbis make you feel like trash, but the fact that sometimes when you're speaking to somebody who has no idea what you're talking about, who's never been, you know, to a video store, or who's never craved like a ham and cheese sandwich or anything of that nature, they have no idea what you're talking about. It makes you feel like it can make you feel low, you know, and they're not doing it on purpose. But Rabbi Miller, he was a real human being, and more so, Greg, I still got you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. More so, when you listen to him, it's like you're hearing Daddy. Put it this way. You're hearing the Daddy came home.
Yeah.
Okay. And you listen to him, he had this like really wise male, like old man, tough old wise man voice with a lot of shtick, a lot of humor, a real wise guy.
Yeah.
You know, and with a sharp sense of humor too. Like, you know, he could be a little bit abrasive, you know, completely. So when you listen to him, it feels like, why does it feel so amazing to hear this guy talk? Why am I so captivated? You know why? Because when he speaks, he doesn't have his mother there censoring him.
Yeah.
Almost every rabbi that you're going to hear nowadays, even though his mother may or may not be present, like literally, but he has his mother censoring everything that he's saying. He's pandering constantly, okay, to the women. Okay, he's just terrified to say anything that they would find. I really feel like saying uncouth, but I have to stop because I don't know what uncouth means. You know, maybe this is a good opportunity.
You just say things.
You know, I don't want to be.
Means a person of behavior liking good manners or finer grace.
Yeah, I was correct.
Yeah,
it felt right. It felt right.
Don't doubt yourself. Don't let the leftists. You know.
No, because I didn't see. I didn't want to get away with that. I didn't want to get away with that because it wouldn't be true. Because I really didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be. I never want to be stuck in a situation where people think that I know something that I don't, or I have some skill that I don't, or I don't need stolen valor.
Yeah.
To borrow to be hyperbolic.
Hmm.
Okay. And I didn't know what uncouth meant, and now you know. But now I do know what it means. Okay. So, and I know one of you listening out there also didn't know what uncouth meant. So you're welcome. Okay. So, but so Rabbi Victor Miller, he didn't have his mommy there. And he wasn't worried about, he wasn't thinking, oh, she would be upset by this or that or this and that. He was just trying to be a good person. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that if all of a sudden, he's speaking, he says something, then his mother gets all upset. He's going to come up to her and say, "Ma, what happened? I didn't want to upset you. Tell me what's going on." I'm not saying he's callous, but in his functioning, in his mind, he thinks clearly and he expresses what he actually thinks and feels. He's connected to it. He's aware of it. He's conscious of it. Okay. That's what's amazing about Rabbi Miller. Now, there's